really thought Egypt was the answer, but what actually happened was far from that. I realized that, hold on, the only thing I actually need is, and the first thing I realized is that I was so excited in Arabic, I was not thinking about. When I became Muslim and I wanted to learn Arabic, I said, that's it, I'm going to Egypt. And I really thought I was going to master Arabic. I really thought Egypt was the answer to me truly mastering Arabic. And I really thought that my life was going to change. But what actually happened was far from that. And let me tell you a quick background story of my journey and my relationship. In this video, I just want to talk about my journey because I see a lot of brothers, they're on this Egypt wave, let's go Egypt to study. But the reality is, it's not as straightforward as most people think. When I became Muslim, I was like, that's it, I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to master Arabic. I'm going to be, next Sibawi, next scholar of Arabic. I thought, that's it, Egypt. I heard a lot of good things about it, and that's it, I was going. I landed in Egypt, cut long story short, I landed in Egypt, and I got connected with some brothers. Those brothers, I think they were from Manchester at the time. They were actually staying together. So I think the rent was around £250 in a month, and everyone was just chipping in £50. So when I got there, I was so excited in Arabic. I was not thinking about the longevity or how realistic this situation was. I went there, had just about enough money for the ticket. I must have had around £300 to £400 to my name. So I connected with these brothers, beautiful brothers. May Allah reward them. They let me stay with them, and I decided that I'm going to study in the same markaz that they were studying in. So I started going to this institute every day, and I really enjoyed it. You know, you get on the bars. I'm in that student vibe. I'm seeing students of knowledge and brothers from all over the world trying to learn Arabic. And at that time, I had a basis. I actually had a strong foundation in Arabic. I was kind of like halfway through my journey. So the grammar and, like basic grammar was actually quite easy for me. But there were a couple of things about Egypt that made me realize that it's not this like fast track route to learn Arabic. And the first thing I realized is that nobody speaks standard Arabic, classical Arabic, Fusha in the streets. I realized that they were speaking a totally different dialect. And for me, it was nowhere near classical Arabic. So I realized, hold on, we're only speaking classical Arabic at the institute and with other students. I would get on the bus and I remember feeling like awkward, like even when I was practicing, because I clocked quickly that, they don't even speak this language. I would feel embarrassed to try and speak Fusha on the bus, and especially broken Fusha. And it just felt strange, like even people look at you like, why is he speaking like that? So I realized that, hold on, the only thing I actually need is exposure. I don't actually need to travel to a whole nother country. I just need exposure to the language. All I'm doing is communicating with my teacher in Arabic. I can do that anywhere. Right, I don't have to be in Egypt to do that. So that's one thing I realized. The second thing I realized is that this is not realistic for me. At that time, it just wasn't realistic. I didn't have enough money, and I didn't have a way of making money. And I realized that the max I'll be able to stay there is maybe 3 to 4 months. Then, as life happens, things popped up. I had some circumstances back in the UK, which meant that I had to go back to the UK. And that's when my dream actually shattered. I was like, I'm gonna have to go back now. I was literally 3 weeks into my journey, and I got this realization, like, this is not actually feasible right now. So I talked to a couple of brothers, and I said to them, I'm gonna have to go back. And I'm telling you, the brothers were trying to talk me out of it. They were like, no, brother, you may not ever get this chance ever again. And it was a golden opportunity, because the rent was like £50. We were paying £50 each. The fees were quite cheap, but I still wasn't able to maintain that lifestyle over a long period of time. And then when you got commitments and things back home, it's like, I can't really stay here that long. And then on top of that, I realized that for men that are married, you're gonna know, if you leave your family back home and you travel alone, things will kick in. Especially for healthy men, fit men, high testosterone men, things will kick in. And that's another struggle within itself, which we could talk about another time. But you're gonna have to, the point I'm trying to make is, you're gonna have money. It's best to definitely have your family with you, or you're going to be struggling from that angle. You're going to have to make sure that you have no commitments back home and there's nothing pulling you back. And for the majority of people, it's just not the case. Like they've either got commitments, they're working, or they've got some type of family ties, or they haven't got enough money where they could leave work and just maintain a lifestyle abroad. And for a lot of people, they can't just leave their families. So it leaves you with the question, how are you going to learn Arabic? And that's why we made the Arabic proficiency program, which is designed to take you from zero to fluency. That's why we made this program, to make it accessible to the Muslims. Online, exposed to Arabic, practice sheets, homework, handouts, and all of these things, I can learn Arabic. And just an extra point on that is that I realized that when you go to Egypt, they're speaking to you in Arabic. How are they going to explain grammar rules in Arabic? You don't even understand Arabic to understand the grammar rules. I was seeing brothers, they were getting overwhelmed. I remember one brother, he actually went for about 2 months. He came back. It's too much. It's too overwhelming. But when you have someone who's taking you from A to Z, someone that's actually done it, and they're saying, listen, I'm going to break this down for you in a way that you can understand. I'm going to show you how to avoid the mistakes that people make. I'm going to show you the roadmap, because I've gone through that journey. It's a lot easier. Then online, you can study at your own you can study whenever you want. It's flexible. You've got a longer journey as well. It's not like you're tied to money, you're tied to your situation. It's like once you've signed up, that's it. You've got a platform, you can study in a way that's suitable to you. You've got your platform, you can rewind videos, you can ask questions, you've got a community. Like for me, online is then if Allah opens up doors later on, you've already got your foundation. You've already got to a level where you don't even need help. You're just getting extra exposure and extra practice. Then you can even go on to learn a dialect on top of that. So for the majority of Muslims that are not able to just pack their bags and leave, they have to start now. How do you start now? Online. It's the number one way. Like there's no other way. You can't wait for this perfect situation. That perfect situation may never come. You may not be able to travel until 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line. Get started now. Get your foundation now. Then if you travel abroad later on, that's it. You know, you've already got your foundation, you're going to fly. It's like when some of our students, when I go into a live session and I hear them speak Arabic, I'm like, they've already set a solid foundation. If they travel abroad later on, what they're going to do? Just add a dialect onto that. They can already get off the plane and start speaking to people and get around. So yeah, it's a major thing, and I'm very big on getting started now. Don't wait for the perfect situation. Those that want to start now, we have built the perfect platform for you guys. Arabic proficiency program. Click the link in my description. We will take your hand, inshallah, from A to Z for those that actually want to make a change and not just have these have this ideal situation of going abroad. And for the majority of people, that's not feasible. For the majority of people, you're not going to go abroad. Stop waiting for the perfect situation. Get started now. Click the link in my bio, and I'll speak to you in the next video, inshallah.